Hey, Nathan, you got a little, clean that up.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't realize we were going. I was making funny.
What a nerd.
No one's going to dance with you now.
No. I don't want to dance. I want to make out under the bleachers.
And then get beaten up.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to Straight Jacket Talk, where it's two guys, a girl, and a horror show. My name is Kevin. I'm joined by a guy who gets nosebleeds when he does his slashing. It's Nathan.
Nosebleeds all over the place whenever I murder somebody in cold blood. Just that kind of guy.
Is this a dating video?
I'm not giving you a very good entry if it is. I don't know everything that women want, but I'm pretty sure being murdered is pretty much last on the list, you know.
I don't know. I'm also joined by a girl who likes to play hide and seek in a morgue. It's Jill.
Yeah, lots of places to go there.
Especially some body bags.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's me.
Not the first place I'd look.
But it would be the last because you would die.
Yeah.
We watched Valentine from 2001. It's celebrating its 25th anniversary. Yay!
Makes me feel so old.
This is like a classic now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go that far.
This
All
was
right.
written by Gretchen J. Berg, Aaron Harberts, Donna Powers, and Wayne Powers. A lot of writers.
That's
here.
a lot of powers.
This was directed by Jamie Blanks. Do you know what Jamie Blanks is famously directed before this?
Urban legend.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's pretty much it. After this, he basically didn't do anything.
It's crazy, too, because he was originally offered or thought he was going to be in contention to direct I Know What You Did Last Summer. So can you imagine? He would have directed like 3 big late 90s, early 2000s slashers. Like, that would have been pretty crazy. Valentine had a budget of $29 million. Do you know how much it made at the box office?
29 million. I'm going to say $66 million.
I'm going to say it made $22 million.
Oh, so you think it lost money. Yeah. Nathan's the closest. This made $36.7 million. So barely.
It did quite poorly.
That sucks.
Barely made it.
I don't like that. People don't know a banger when they got it in front of them.
Yeah. You're probably not going to like this either then, Jill. The Letterboxd rating is at a 2.6 out of 5.
Yeah, people are just wrong. It's okay.
And currently sits at 11% on the thermometer. 11%.
33 audience score.
Yeah, 33 audience score. But what did we think of Valentine? Before we go any further, if you could please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Also, hit the notification bell because when we have a new video, you'll be the first to know. Isn't that right, Nathan?
Yes, it's a privilege.
Let's give you our overall thoughts on Valentine. Jill, start us off. You said this is a banger.
It's a banger. I have a lot of history with this movie. Me and my friends rented this when we were younger, like preteens. I'm going to say 2001. So we rented it on VHS at our like local video store. And I actually have the VHS back home in Canada somewhere. But yeah, we watched it together. We were just like starting to get into horror. Like our very first horror movie, I think, was Halloween. And I think
a good one to start off with.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And then we picked up this one, and it's one that I've remembered through the ages, and I haven't rewatched it since the early 2000s probably, but it's one that I fondly remember, just like, you know, it's one of my first horror movies, and I thought it was quite good then, and honestly, I still like it. So I don't understand all the hate, so I'm interested. Oh, Nathan, what your thoughts are?
Okay. So this is my first time seeing Valentine. In fact, I had never heard of this movie until it ended up on the Straight Jacket Talk schedule. And now I kind of understand why. I thought this was horrifically generic. I've seen it 100 times before in different forms.
No, you haven't.
I have. The characters were either nondescript or insufferable. No in between. The kills didn't really do anything for me aside for a select few. It had a few moments. There were some things that happened that were kind of funny. I don't like this movie. I found it boring for the most part. It really dragged. There's a lot of time in between kills that was spent doing not much, nothing burger characters, nothing burger plot lines that go nowhere. Honestly, I saw a lot more positive reviews on Letterboxd than I was expecting, despite the overall score being kind of poor. I mean, if I saw this in my youth and I had nostalgia for it, maybe I'd go easier on it. But I don't have much of any love for this movie at all.
Can you believe this guy, Kevin?
I know.
Can you believe it?
Kevin, what do you think? I'm sorry. I have to be harsh when I just don't like something. I can't.
No.
We're going to fight on this episode.
Yeah, we might.
I love when
sorry,
Spicy
Jill.
Nathan shows up. Sometimes my favorite Nathan. I hadn't seen this probably since I rented it right after it came out at Blockbuster. So probably like 2001, 2002. Hang on a second, I got a big hair in my eye.
It's not from your head.
I think it's a cat hair. Dang. Talk about spicy. Spicy
Oh,
Jill's
sorry.
here too.
Oh, shut up.
You're the wrong target. I'm the one shitting on the movie over here.
You might.
I haven't shit on it yet.
Yet is the key word.
No. So I hadn't seen it since then. This was a cool watch because I really didn't remember anything. I remember
Because
Denise.
nothing memorable happens.
That's
Well,
not fucking true.
whoa.
Sorry. That is not true.
I do agree and disagree with you, Nathan, a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, I remember Denise Richards. I had a crush on her back in the day after seeing Wild
Understandable.
Things. I mean, that was like... So I remember her in this. I remember the Cupid Killer, but I didn't remember much else. I think watching this now, there are a lot of things I like and a lot of really good things you can take out of this movie. And I think there are a lot of just bad things too, like where I think I'm more in the middle on this one, to be honest with you. I can see how Nathan hates this and I can see how Jill loves this because I feel both of those emotions when watching this movie. So it's kind of cool because I think I'm really in the direct middle of you both. The thing I wanted to bring up though, and I think the real big issue this movie had is it came out right after Columbine and the MPAA really did a number on what they were going to let this movie do as far as kills and things like that.
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, because I was reading that some other reviews that I thought were really fair, and they said, you know, really, if this had those like amazing kills that they kind of teased in a way, and like some of the gore effects and things, that might have helped like everything that was lacking in this movie. But because they couldn't do that, it was a pretty just bland slasher. And I agree with a lot of that, with the exception of the ending. And we'll talk about that ending. I'm a huge fan of the ending. Right away, I want to ask your opinions on the Cupid Killer. What are your thoughts on the Cupid Killer? The mask, some of the weaponry that was used, including some of the notes.
Journey of love is an arduous trek. My love grows for you as you bleed from your neck.
Maybe reminding us of My Bloody Valentine and the heart-shaped candy, too.
I knew that was going to be like the first thing you wanted to talk about because I know you appreciate a good mask.
Yes.
Good slasher villain like me. I think it's iconic. Like, I don't really know anything else that does a cherub mask. It's creepy. I think that's different. So I think that's unique. And I always thought it was really creepy, especially like when the blood trickles down after a kill. I think he's very similar to Michael Myers. And I think, hope that doesn't offend anybody, but I think especially like, you know, this being one of my first slashers really, and then coming hot off the tails of Halloween and watching that when I was younger, I think I could really like see the similarities between like the killer. You're wearing this like kind of jumpsuit sort of deal. They're quiet. They're always like stalking you. They're everywhere. It's kind of, I mean, it is kind of just like a generic-ish slasher villain, but I see a lot of Michael Myers in it. And I also see, like you said, My Bloody Valentine. One thing I like in a slasher is a gimmick. I am a sucker for like a gimmick.
Me too.
And there's not that many Valentine's Day horror movies, so I think this one stands out. I like it for the same reasons I like My Bloody Valentine. The Valentines, you know, you're getting a warning before it happens, and they're witty. I think like the lines like roses are red.
Roses are red, violets are blue. They'll need dental records to identify you.
Dental records to identify you, or like whatever it said.
Yeah.
I like that. And I wish they had more of these, like the very first one you get with like, you move it and it like slashes her throat. I wish they did more of that with it, because I thought that was very interesting and unique. And I love the art style, kind of like Renaissance-esque with the cherubs and everything. And you have like the lace, and I'm a sucker for like a nice vintage, nice looking Valentine. So I love that. And the chocolates, gotta talk about the chocolates. I always thought that was disgusting. And I also think there was a moment in the early 2000s in horror where maggots were a thing. And not even just the early 2000s, because you have Lost Boys. But I love
They're
the mixture.
worms, Michael.
They're just noodles.
They're maggots, Lily. But yeah, I love something disgusting mixed with something sweet. So the chocolates were cute.
And listen though, she should be a little cautious eating food from random people, right?
Yeah. But she's a girl with a lot. She's got a past, all right? She's got a history. So they could be from whichever guy she was. There was a joke, wasn't it, about her going through like the alphabet or something?
JM must be for you.
Why?
Because you've covered much more of the alphabet than I have.
When they were trying to figure out guys with JM. Wasn't it her and Paige?
Yeah.
Her and Paige.
Yeah, I love everything about that. The bow and arrow, I thought that was cool. You don't really get to see that every day. So yeah, I love a good corny gimmick, and this was a corny gimmick. But what did you think, Nathan?
I did like the Valentines, that opening scene with Katherine Heigl when she first gets the Valentine. I thought I was in for something better than it ended up being, because I thought that was clever and fun. As for the killer himself, I'm not really a fan of that mask, and these kills were mostly generic and not that interesting. If I don't like the mask and I don't like the kills, what is there for me to like other than the Valentines, I guess? To me, is just another slasher villain. Like, yeah, no, I haven't seen the Cherub Mask, but they all wear masks, and the Cherub Mask was like this plasticky sort of, it wasn't exactly Ghostface, you know?
True.
You know what, though? It's good that you brought up Ghostface, because I like the idea of this mask at least being available. Like, it seems like, because we saw scenes earlier in the movie where kids were wearing it. Yeah. So I do like that idea, because then it paints the picture of like anyone could be the cherub.
Right. But Scream plays with that idea so that idea actually matters, whereas this movie doesn't.
Yeah.
you know, you got one kid at the dance wearing the mask, and that's it. I mean, did the killer get the idea from that kid to use the mask? Is that the idea? Because he wasn't the one wearing the mask at the dance. The connection is tenuous.
No, I think that's a I think that's a lost opportunity that this movie could have had, because you could have had the big ending party be a costume party of some sort, and multiple people wearing the cherub masks, and like, oh shit, like that would have been a cool moment. I think so. You're right, there was a lost opportunity there. I thought the mask and the killer all together looked very giallo like, you know, because all in black, like black gloves. Obviously in giallo films you don't really see the face ever. But
basically, yeah, they don't wear masks because the camera doesn't go there in the first place most of the time. Yeah, but
I got the idea too, like Jill was saying, when he bleeds through the mask, like you have that blood, you know, that bright red on the black, and it just reminded me of those images from giallo films. So I mean, I like it. I'm like Jill, I love a good killer with, you know, good gimmicks, and this ties into Valentine's Day perfectly, and maybe even more than the Miner, to be honest with you, because the Miner is a very specific one to Valentine Bluffs, and in their environment. Whereas this is a Valentine's Day killer. Like, what would he look like? He's a killer Cupid, you know, even down to his bow and arrow.
The miner is scarier, though.
Yeah.
That mask is scarier.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I agree with you. I mean, the miner is just, he's more iconic. I do like that they didn't go with the route of like putting the hearts in the boxes, and this was a little bit different with the maggots and things like that. So they're trying to make it their own and be creative. And like you said, the cards are really cool, like how they move and artistic wise.
Even then, I agree with Jill, though, that like the pop-up thing of the first card was the best one. Yeah. And I feel like they should have built upon that instead of it just being cards with different things being said. You know, send one of them a fucking mobile, for God's sakes, or something.
I agree. And something I just wanted to kind of echo that you both were talking about. Kevin, you were talking about Columbine and that being a reason why they couldn't, you know, maybe do what they wanted to do, go as far as they wanted to go in terms of gore and kills. And it's funny that I'm just realizing this now because I don't know if it's like the nostalgic sheen that hangs over this movie for me, but I'm like, yeah, the kills are great. And now I'm thinking about it and I'm like, actually, you don't really get to see much in terms of kills. So now I see what you're saying. And yeah, that definitely takes it down a peg, I think.
Yeah. I mean, Katherine Heigl gets stabbed. That one chick gets hit with the bow and arrow, but that's almost bloodless. Honestly, there's one kill that stands out to me, to be honest with you. And it's the hot tub with the drill.
Yeah.
No, wait, two. The glass with the shower was cool.
Yeah.
I liked that one as well. Not as much as I liked the hot tub.
The hot tub kill seemed like that was the big kill that they were gonna like try to get away with what they could, you know, and make it, because that was like their big, I think, centerpiece kill of the movie. So they were hoping probably like, hey, let's make this as tasteful as we can. But I think that's a good thing, like you said too, to think back on nostalgically, because a lot of these early 2000 horror movies, they were affected by the MPAA a lot in what they could show and couldn't show. And I think it almost became a stylized thing. I think you have movies like Thanksgiving, for instance, nowadays, right? If that movie came out in 2001, it might look something like this kill-wise.
Or it'd be NC-17, because there'd be no way around that.
Yeah, which is sad, because like I think your movie should be allowed to go where it wants to go.
I mean, even these days, movies can't really go where they want to go. Unless you're Terrifier, an NC-17 or an unrated, it's kind of a kiss of death in the theaters. A lot of theaters still won't carry unrated or NC-17. The standards for R have gotten more liberal over the years, which is good.
Let's talk about staying in the early 2000s. The soundtrack on here was very early 2000s, right?
Yeah.
It's a masterpiece. List them off.
I mean, we got Marilyn Manson, we got Deftones, we got Linkin Park, we got
love that Deftones tune.
Rob Zombie. This is something I miss in movies, is a soundtrack like this that's very of the time. It creates that like just time capsule, right? And I don't know if maybe do movies look at that like a bad thing? Like, hey, we don't want to include too many songs from this
nowadays.
Era?
Yeah, because I feel like people are sick of it at that point when it's like current, and maybe it could appear cringy. And maybe that was the same case when this came out, but I don't know. I think we embraced cringiness more back in the day.
I mean, I also think like the soundtrack used to be released on CD, and now the CD is dead. So like, what are you going to do? Put all that stuff out on streaming? It's already there.
Yeah.
Because it's already there.
Yeah, it's already there.
It's not, you're not going out to buy 12 songs on a CD that you don't own. You know, you can just make that a playlist yourself in Spotify. So
that's true. You're right, because like that used to be kind of like a playlist that we were given when they released these soundtracks. It was like, this is the playlist of the movie. And you're right, Nathan. Like that makes sense. Like you can make it yourself now on Spotify.
Yeah, you're not releasing that as a promotional item that you can make extra money off of. Like that's not a thing anymore. So
it's sad.
I don't know. Yeah, I miss it.
You forgot to mention Disturbed, Static X, Linkin Park, Orgy.
Oh, there was an Orgy song in there?
Yeah. there
Opticon.
was.
That band, they were a good one-hit wonder. One-hit wonder, for sure, but a really good one. That cover
Yeah.
of Blue Monday is great.
Yeah,
It
they
is
can have
great.
it just for that.
Yeah, so I mean, this hits the nostalgia feels for sure because it's like it puts you right back into that time period, right? And
But also, these aren't like big hits of these bands, really. They're kind of deep cuts, which
Yeah.
I really like. I was sitting there, I didn't remember the soundtrack. I probably didn't even listen to this type of music back then. I was probably like a baby. When I heard Valentine's Day by Marilyn Manson, like the first note hit, I was like, oh, I like perked up and I was like, oh shit, we're going there. And then the movie just kept going there and it was amazing.
Well, and it was immediately followed up by that Deftones song, which is
Yeah.
a great track off of White Pony. That I think you're right. I don't think that one was ever actually a hit.
Yeah.
Because that's the album that had Change in the House of Flies on it and stuff like that. A bunch of hits, but I don't think that one was one of them.
yeah, that's really good points. Like they went with some deep cuts. I know that they were kind of throwing in a lot of like the art show and parties and stuff like that, but then it's also like the idea like these songs would have been in real life used in these real life situations. So like I like
Right.
that idea too, not just sticking random songs in wherever.
Well, I don't think Dorothy is cool enough to have listened to those songs at her party. So she probably hired somebody if that's
Dorothy
the case.
sucks.
Yeah, I hate her.
Did your father say? No, I said.
Let's get into characters.
Oh, okay.
This I had a real big problem with at the very beginning.
Okay.
The editing of this thing made me fucking like sick to my stomach. Like, what is going on here? We're just getting like flashes of like, and it's not good flashes. It's like flash black. What's going on here, Nathan? Explain this as an editor. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like the very
No.
beginning
Me
when
neither.
they're at the dance in middle school. You don't remember this? Am I the only one who thought like, holy God, this is like really bad editing? Like,
Oh no, I watched this on Tubi. Where did you guys watch this?
Yeah, I watched.
I
on
bought
TV
it
too.
on Amazon.
Maybe it's Tubi. I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, I was blown away. I was like, this is horrible editing. Like they were trying to make the cuts to like
no,
like a
yeah.
heartbeat, right? I think that's the idea, but
It was flash to black, then rejection, flash to black, then rejection, right?
yeah,
That's what was going on?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you couldn't focus on what you were seeing, you know what I mean? Because it was like they would do the like yearbook pan, right? And it would be like I love, and then it'd be like black, dance, black, yearbook, black. I'm like, what is going on?
Oh my God.
My emotions are all over the place.
They forgot their fade transition.
Or you can just cut. You don't need a transition. You just cut.
So we're introduced to these characters in a middle school dance, right?
Yeah, but it's impossible to link these middle school girls to their adult counterparts, so it feels so
It's hard.
Dude,
discombobulated.
I
It
don't
just
know.
doesn't-
I'm gonna argue with you here because the little girl who plays Paige looks exactly like Denise Richards.
she
like,
had the
holy
eyebrow
shit.
game.
Okay,
Yeah.
but she's the only brunette in the group. Everybody else is blonde, and you can't figure out. I
Dorothy,
can't tell
though.
apart the blonde chicks. I don't.
You can clock Dorothy real quick.
I guess.
Dorothy's the fat girl,
Oh
apparently.
my god.
Even though she's not fat.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, get out of here. Oh my God.
Like,
But
come on. But that was the early 2000s for you. Like,
Yes.
there was that movie where the chick wasn't hot because she had paint on her overalls or whatever. That's the meme. What, she was wearing glasses.
That was with Freddie Prinze.
What movie was that?
Oh, God.
I don't think I've even seen it. I just know the meme.
not another teenage movie?
It's like,
No,
they
no,
make
no,
fun
no.
of it.
That
They
was
make
a
fun of it in
spoof
there.
of
Oh,
Yeah.
11 Things I Hate About 11 Things?
No.
Was it 10 Things I Hate
10
About
Things?
No,
You?
it's not.
What is
no, It's
11?
not 10
It's not
things
10 Things I Hate About
No.
What the
Hold
fuck is
on.
it?
But it was just people pretended that chick from American Pie, the redhead, wasn't extremely attractive.
yeah.
You know, like,
Allison Hannigan.
yeah, that
Her
chick's
character.
cute as fuck.
Yeah.
And she was dirty as fuck, too, which
Yes.
is like,
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I agree. Looking back on that now, but at the time, I think we saw things through such a critical lens when it came to what we thought was attractive. Like we thought people were fat, like in magazines, like Jessica
Right.
Simpson was like never really fat, but at the time I remember being like, shit, like, you know, like she gained weight. But looking back on that, I'm like, what the hell? So I don't know if I was just younger.
She gained
or...
like 5 pounds.
Yeah.
Or she just got done having a baby and she was 10 pounds heavier than she was before, which makes her.
That's the way it was. Britney Spears, like she looked great and everyone, you know, just dragged her. So it was like also kind of the culture of the time as well.
It's bad. If you look back at any of those teenage movies,
it's coming
those teen
back.
comedies. You know.
I feel like we're headed back in that direction with like Ozempic on the rise and everything.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I hate it because we got to such a good place, guys.
Maybe if millennials start hitting teenagers whenever they say something dumb, we can get it back right. You know,
I might get fired.
Oh,
They're gonna just
sorry.
post about it.
Take one for the team.
Help us, help you. Nathan, what's the movie?
She's All That.
In order to save his reputation, he's taken on an impossible bet.
I'll pick the girl, and you got 6 weeks to turn her into the prom queen.
Was this some kind of new dork outreach program?
What? What the fuck?
She's all that. Thank you for saving the
Very important.
Yeah, so getting to characters, right? Wait a minute. Who's the kid that's made fun of?
Jeremy Milton, I think.
Yeah, Jeremy Milton, right?
Sounds like a nerd.
He's a nerd. I gotta give this kid all the credit in the world. He's going up to every girl like, hey.
Would you dance with me? I'd rather be boiled alive. Want to dance?
Maybe later, Jeremy.
Okay. Maybe later.
You, me, dance floor. And then
he gets rejected and he just moves on and says, well, okay. He respects their no. And then he moves on, tries to find somebody else to dance with.
Right.
Consensual king. Yeah.
And then this king, he skips the dance with Dorothy and he goes right to the bleachers. He's rewarded. Yeah. And then he's not rewarded.
No. How come he's not trying to kill these dudes who beat him up, by the way?
I have this as a question.
I guess. Yeah.
I don't know. But I like it better this way because we have this convention of divas. I love the actresses, all of them. There's so many of them.
Who's your favorite?
Ooh, okay. I love Katherine Heigl, and I was like so sad when I remembered she dies first because
I didn't know that.
I love her presence. I love her acting. I wish she lived like longer, but I also love Denise Richards as Paige. She was great as well. But also Kate, played by, what's her name?
By Wendy Peppercorn.
Marley Shelton.
Yeah, Wendy Peppercorn.
Have you ever seen The Sandlot? You haven't seen The Sandlot?
No, I have not. No.
Oh, boy.
So I did not get that.
Forever.
When did that come out?
93.
93.
Okay, I would have been 2 years old.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, it's a
Dang,
great
you would have been 2?
Yep.
I was 8, but the thing about that is like that's one of those movies that all the teachers showed in class when like, you know, they had a hangover or whatever. To all the elementary school kids for like decades. They'd show The Sandlot. You're killing me, Smalls.
That's where that's from?
Yeah.
We watched Stand By Me, and that was traumatizing as hell.
Yeah. Kevin doesn't like Stand By Me. I love Stand By Me. I think that's a great movie.
Mm-hmm. We watched that
Here's
for
our
English
problem.
class.
We're talking about other movies.
That's because they're more interesting than this movie.
Stop it.
Which is not a good sign for Valentine.
Okay, get us back on track.
So Nathan, did you like any characters in this movie?
I liked Paige the best because she actually had a personality. All the blonde chicks were sort of interchangeable with each other. I kept getting them confused. I couldn't figure out who the lead was, and then it ended up being Wendy Peppercorn. None of these chicks have anything going on in their lives that doesn't revolve around the men in their lives. So I don't know. Paige is the best because she actually, like, she's kind of a bitch, but that makes her interesting. Unlike all these other characters, which I don't find even the least bit interesting at all. Except for Dorothy. She's interesting because she's stupid and I hate her.
Dang.
But, you know.
So she's your least favorite character?
Oh, other than all the parade of dumb fuck men.
And a young woman, like yourself, looks for a successful man
Like Jason.
Yes,
Yeah.
there's a long parade of dumb fuck men who are worse characters than Dorothy, but they're just sort of in and out. They don't matter. So,
Exactly, because men suck. And that's the kind of movie this is. And I'm here for it.
Dorothy lets herself.
She's her own worst enemy because she's so insecure and she's so jealous.
Insecure, right.
And she
That
has
dude
these friends
who's
who love
obviously
her.
scamming her. How are her
Yeah.
friends not letting her know that she's being scammed?
Well, my roommate, he's left town and he hasn't been paying his share of the rent. So when I got home today, I found out that all my stuff had been thrown out on the sidewalk.
Can you please make up a guest room?
Oh, no, Dorothy, I couldn't.
Wait.
I don't know.
They're bad friends. That's
I think
why.
they're all busy with their own shit, it
melodramas
seems.
going
Yeah.
What are they busy with? They don't do anything all day.
Med
They don't
school,
do
one.
Katherine Heigl, sure, but she's dead within the first 10 minutes of the movie.
What are the
They
others
don't
do?
seem like the best friends
Nothing.
to
That's
each other.
it. They do nothing. They do
something.
nothing the whole movie.
I just can't recall what it is at this moment.
Do they go to work?
No, they don't go to work. They don't go to school. They do
Dorothy's
nothing.
just
They're-
rich.
Dorothy's
So-
rich.
Their conversations aren't interesting. Like, sorry.
My thing is,
I'm getting sweaty over here.
No. I don't like Kate as a final girl. I think they should have switched final girls.
To Paige?
Maybe Paige. I was
Katherine
thinking they
Heigl.
should have kind of rewrote this story a little bit and switched it to be Dorothy.
Oh, hell no. Dorothy needed to leave first. Tired of her
Would you
ass.
just want Jeremy Milton to win at that point, or like the dead final girl?
No. Here's the thing. I would have rewrote this a little bit. Dorothy, as a little girl, cried sexual assault
Jeremy attacked me. He attacked me.
Pervert jump buffalo.
when it was consensual. She should have went through later on in life. We see her. She's dealing with, still thinking about how she screwed this kid up, and she's a little traumatized. Maybe all the bad stuff happened and she knows what happened to him and stuff. So it's affected her life. And she's sorry for it. She's changed, but it's still this black cloud. And then boom, Jeremy Milton starts coming back and doing this. And it's to me, that would be a redemption arc, right?
You think she's sorry?
No, she's
Well,
not
not
sorry.
in this.
She has not changed. She's worse.
I'm
None of
making
these
my own.
characters have changed. Kevin's making up a movie where a character actually has an arc. None of these characters have arcs of any kind. None of them change in any way.
I'll be honest, these are not likable characters, and this is one of my worst things about this movie. My Bloody Valentine, again, 1981, does such a good job at creating likable characters that you want to root for and you want to support and get behind.
And you can tell them apart.
And you can tell them apart. Yeah. This, you're right. That's one of my, I think, very big negatives for this movie is there isn't much difference and there's not much likability in these characters because they're all kind of shitty. Even the Detective Vaughn, I was like, okay, this guy's cool. We're going to get behind him. And then he fucking sexually assaults, or he doesn't assault her. I'm going to.
He harasses her.
Yeah.
At the very least.
Detective Vaughn, please remove your hand from my thigh.
Where would you like me to put it?
How about up your ass?
1 2-minute scene to make you realize, okay, none of these people, none of them. But actually, you know what? I have no reason to be angry at Kate. Kate's fine, but that's just because she has no personality at all. So there's nothing to get, annoyed or unlikable about her.
She's just okay. I do want to talk about things I really like in this movie, though, because there are definitely some things I really like. I loved the opener in the morgue. This scene I really liked.
Yeah.
I didn't know that Katherine Heigl was gonna die. They got me here. I really like that. Even though I knew about Scream, obviously everybody knew about Scream, but
Katherine Heigl isn't exactly on Drew Barrymore's level as far as stardom goes. But no, I agree. I wasn't expecting that at all. I also loved that opening scene in the morgue.
Yeah,
sure.
it really held me. I do like the little foreshadowing. This movie does a couple smart things with foreshadowing and what they show the audience. And this is one of them where they show the cadaver's torso, right? And then she covers his head. So all you see is the stomach. So then when she comes back after going out, now the torso's move, like breathing. And that was fucking, I was like, oh, I like that. I really do. Like, that's cool. It is a little weird though, that I guess in theory, the killer is the one that hopped on the table, right?
Yeah. Got naked, hopped on the table. Yeah.
Wasn't the killer afraid like she would actually cut into
He's too fast.
It's a fun little gimmick thing. I agree with that, but I still enjoyed it. I will give that a pass.
Yeah. Did you like too when they go into like the body bag section and like this? I really like the way this was shot and looking down. And I gotta say, the killer is smart here because she's in one of these body bags. So why not just fucking stab every single one of them, right? Jill, what did you think of this?
Yeah, this is one of the ones that I remembered from watching this back in the day. Like, I remember the beats of tension, but they still got me. Like the being on the table and about to cut him, but he's under there now and he's gonna get her. But also, like you said, the scene with the body bags I really liked because I think at that point I hadn't really seen much horror with that sort of scene going on. It's usually like, okay, bodies on tables or slabs or like in the like freezer or whatever. So that's cool. And I like the stabbing of the body bags too, because I remember that. And just seeing the tubes that drip down to the pans and like dripping blood and stuff, I thought that was cool. I think it's a really good set. And I like, seeing the corpses. I thought they were creepy. It's just a really great scene. I think this is where the movie really shines, is at the beginning. When you get that first scene, I think her death, Shelley's, could have been more bloody, and I think all the deaths could have been more bloody, more on screen than it was. Yeah. But I think this is where the movie really shines, at the beginning and the end, and in the middle is where the kills get kind of muddy. I
kind of thought where the movie shined was these types of set pieces, mainly this opening scene and then the scene in the art installation.
Yeah,
I thought the whole art installation chase and all that stuff was like, it was really fun and sort of surreal, but they're like grounding the surrealism with it's an art installation and these are projections. Those are two things I did really love about this movie, and art installation especially. It was like I hadn't seen sort of a slasher set piece that looked like that ever before.
Yeah,
but then Paige was like, it was really sleazy. It was almost porn.
Oh, and some really bad art. I mean, this stuff was basically porn.
And I was like, calm down. There was a few tips.
Wait a second. Well, I thought that was interesting too. First of all, the art installation scene is one that I remember when I think about this movie. Yeah, you don't really see that much in slasher movies, but also I liked how it all pertained to like love and Valentine's Day. So you're still like adding on to that gimmick.
Yeah, thematic. Yeah.
Good themes, right? Yep.
And a lot of the men in this movie are like really sleazy and like they have nothing good to offer. And I thought it was interesting. They had their own side, which looked sleazier than the girls or the women's side, which it's interesting to see that contrast too of like, what each sex kind of looks for. But yeah, I liked all of that.
The guy who plays Max here, do you recognize him at all? He was in Empire Records, which is one of my favorite movies as AJ.
Wait, is he the stoner kid?
No, he's the love interest of Liv Tyler.
Oh, okay.
Empire Records.
Right.
So he's a little bit older here. It's funny. I kind of liked another of me liking bad characters. I liked this guy. Because he is who he is. He's a fucking sleazebag.
Well, the problem is you turned out to be a cheap, hypocritical sleazeball.
Yeah, but you knew that.
He says he's looking for a threesome,
What's wrong with that? Love is love, right?
Yep.
This art thing was a great set piece, and it was on a much larger scale, but it did give me vibes of the new Candyman movie a little bit. So I really enjoyed that, the little tie-in there with the art shows the way they are.
The new Candyman's art gallery. I get what you're saying now, yeah.
Yeah, I like these a lot. I think overall, though, what this movie suffers from is some good atmosphere, and like, because they bring you to different sets in here, but it doesn't feel cohesive, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't feel like we know where they are. Like,
Yeah.
it feels like a movie a little bit, because it's like set piece, set piece, set piece, instead of like, this is the town they live in, this is the apartment, this, you know what I mean? I mean, this movie had a $29 million budget. You would think they could show a little bit more. I don't know.
Maybe they used all the budget on that like mansion at the end.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good point though too, Jill. Like, they could have shown us at least more of the mansion itself. And because other scenes I did like were the basement scene where that dude Campbell's down there and you see the Cupid Killer in the back. Yeah, like that was really good. Shot really well. For me, like, sometimes I gravitate towards scenes in movies. Like, what is like the scene? And like, that is like one of the scenes for me in this movie of just, that's perfect. That's like what I really love in horror, and I want to see more of that. But like, they could have shown more of this mansion and done other things like that, especially when they're at the party later. It just kind of felt like they were in like one room, staircase, bedroom. Like, I don't know.
The party went on for so long too.
Nathan,
like,
the party sucked.
The party sucked.
It looked awesome though. Like, I've never seen a Valentine's Day party in my life that had like that much detail or like on that scale. I don't know. I kind of like the big Cupid spinning in the middle of the dance floor and some of the decorations. But yeah, the party sucked.
But it's rich people shit, so you know.
Yeah. I want a Valentine's Day party like that.
Throw one.
For me and my friends who are poor.
Yeah.
You got to find a rich friend.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I agree. Like, I think the idea is cool. And like we talked about earlier, if you did like a masquerade party or like a costume party and really leaned into like other people are wearing these Cupid masks, I feel like there should have been more engagement with other people in this movie too. Like, we don't really see interactions or anything like that. It feels very movie like.
They're all just extras for the party.
Yeah. Right.
And our characters are only interacting with each other.
Again, like, there's good things and there's bad things. The hot tub scene, I think, is a really good thing. First off, we have Denise Richards in a bikini. Or not a bikini, bathing suit. Maybe in my mind it was a bikini.
It was a bikini.
It was a bikini.
Oh, okay.
A red one. Seared into my mind. I don't know.
It's black. Are you colorblind?
Am I wrong?
Are you colorblind?
Yeah, it's black.
It's black. Maybe it looks different on Tubi.
They're like, we got to cover as much as possible on Tubi.
Oh my God.
Get away with this. Yeah. I mean, I love this. It just like being alone and the hot tub scene. It's like they have plants in this room too. What's going on in here?
I don't think that's that unusual. They have a few like, you know.
Have a that was like a forest of plants.
Yeah. Why not?
You gotta have money. Like, these people have money to be doing stuff like this.
Well, I mean, you look at the staircase, for fuck's sake. You know, that is the rich people's staircase, you know. Yeah. Everybody else's staircases just go straight up. And this one's like, ooh.
It reminded me of the staircase in Gremlins that the old lady goes out the window.
Oh my God. That's so specific. When I was a kid, we didn't have a house with stairs. So I thought any house that had like stairs or like 2 levels was like rich people's stuff.
Oh.
I grew up in a trailer.
Yeah, it kind of is now. The fucking wallpaper was like my flannel shirt.
It was. I was thinking, I was going to ask you if that's why you were wearing it.
I wanted to blend right in.
Yeah, you wouldn't get got.
I know, right? This hot tub kill I thought was really cool because at first I thought we were going to get an homage to Halloween 2 from 1981 where
expect too much.
He was going to lock her in there and then turn up the temperature and she was just going to fry.
I was glad that they didn't do that because you can't turn a hot tub up that high. They respected how hot you can turn a hot tub up. You know?
I just saw another slasher called Iced from the 80s, and I think they cook someone in a jacuzzi as well. I could be wrong. but she died in a jacuzzi. So I didn't know that. Yeah. Because I thought that's what was going to happen too, because I forgot what actually happened. I remember there was like blood and she got drilled.
Yeah, she got drilled.
I forgot about the electrocution aspect.
Yeah. That was kind of funny to me because I felt like he was trying to get her with the drill and he just got frustrated and was like, fuck it, and flew it in there.
I just love the imagery of her after in the red soaked water. I thought that was really cool. Yeah. Just like a very Valentine's.
I keep saying this about early 2000s horror movies. There's like not a lot of technology. So you have people in a simpler time that still feels like modern, where she's just like in the jacuzzi by herself with her wine, just relaxing. You can't do that anymore. And I miss it. I miss like little moments like that. I was really enjoying it. And what's the other thing?
You can do that. You just leave your phone outside the room.
It's hard. Okay. It's hard to do that. But I miss a simpler time when phones just didn't take over everything, and they take over horror nowadays too. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the other thing about her kill, I kept wondering when I was watching it this time, why is she like not getting in like deeper into the water so we can't get her? And she's like trying to like breathe out of the hole of the like the plexiglass, but there's already space with air for her to breathe. So like, why? Are you, what are you doing, girl?
And the plexiglass isn't exactly airtight either, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So it's not like she's gonna run out of air. It's fine.
I was like, what's going on here? Like for a minute, and then like you said, Nathan, he gets frustrated with playing with her, and it's like, fuck it.
He's good with appliances, like the iron, Chekhov's iron.
Yeah. That iron kill could have gone
Chekhov's
way further.
iron. Yeah, that's true. Another example of foreshadowing with the scenes in this, like how they panned to that fucking iron. You had mentioned one earlier too with the blood tubes coming off of the underneath the body bags. They did a pan before that. And I was like, I know where this is going.
Coming.
The biggest foreshadowing is that they all die in the way that they said when they rejected Jeremy Milton, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Explain it.
Okay. I can't remember all the examples. I watched a YouTube. I didn't notice myself. I watched a YouTube video. He asked Paige if she would dance, and she said, I'd rather be boiled alive.
I'd rather be boiled alive.
He asks Lily to dance, and she says, ew, disgusting. And she eats the chocolate maggots and then falls into a dumpster when he kills her. Which is gross. So all of them are like that.
I didn't realize the dumpster was a part of that.
Yeah. And then
but I love the dumpster.
Yeah, it makes sense.
He asks our final girl to dance, and she says maybe later. And then they do dance at the end of the movie.
Asking you nicely. Dance with me. Yo.
Oh. That's amazing.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. It would have been cool if the rest of the movie stood up to that. You know.
But that's weird because that's really good, smart writing.
Also, I don't know if this was in your video, but I just thought of it. For Dorothy, she like sets him up. So he sets her up to be the killer.
Yeah, that was in the video. That was the one I was missing in my brain.
I was being
but
smart.
Yeah, no, you weren't. You came up with it on your own instead of actually seeing a video. Instead of seeing a video about it. So
that's got to get us into a big question I have on this ending that happens here, because I really enjoyed this ending because it left me questioning things, and I want to get both of your takes on what you think happened here. What is Kate's boyfriend's name? Adam.
Angel.
I was going to say Angel. He's no Angel.
I don't even watch Buffy the Vampire. I've never actually watched Buffy. But
you need to watch Buffy. It's amazing.
Okay, but
no,
I was distracted by the fact that he was Angel, even though I didn't watch the show.
Because he's so dreamy. I had the biggest crush on Angel ever.
He's a dreamy guy.
He's so charming.
You know, how could you get mad at the guy? Poor guy.
He's an alcoholic though, so.
But he's struggling, you know, like.
A little tip. If a guy says he's 3 weeks sober and you see a bottle of booze in the front seat of his car and he makes up an excuse, the excuse is a lie. He's still drinking.
Right.
3 weeks in, you do not go into a liquor store and buy booze for somebody else. That is, you go into a liquor store and buy booze when you're 3 weeks sober. That's going in your belly, whether you meant for it to or not. So.
Other than the drinking thing, though, Adam seems like he's pretty good. He's a little frustrated, I think, because he wants to be with Kate again, right? And we get glimpses of this throughout. And I think they kind of spend a little bit of too much time like in meaningless conversations a little bit here, because we could have got right away that this is what's going on. Like,
yeah, I feel like they should have shown a little bit of like what he was like when he was drinking, because the way it's shown, it's like she does say you drink too much and you go too far and it scares me.
You drink and you get out of control and it scares me.
But you don't see that, and until you hear that line, you just kind of think that she's stringing him along and being kind of an asshole.
Yeah. But is that supposed to play into the reveal at the end too, that he is violent?
Yeah, maybe.
But I mean, here's my question. I want to know how you guys take the ending, because Jill, you had talked about, you know, he set up Dorothy to be the Cupid Killer. And because the Cupid Killer comes out, attacks Kate, they both fall down the stairs, right? The Cupid Killer sits up a la Michael Myers, like you said, very out of Halloween 6, right down the stairs, sits up, and then is shot by Adam. We get the reveal that it's Dorothy. Afterwards, he's holding Kate. He starts bleeding out of his nose. And obviously he's making like, what does he say? Like, I've always loved you or something like that.
He makes a whole last speech. I don't know.
Yeah. So we're to take it that he's Jeremy, right? I mean, it seems this is Jeremy.
Obviously. Yeah.
But what happened with Dorothy? Do you think she was set up the whole time? Do you think they were partners? Because I was thinking that they were two killers, a la Scream. But in the end, he fucked her over. And like you said, he had planned that all along as her demise, but he was going to come off like the hero or whatever.
The whole thing with Dorothy and the sitting up and the blah, blah, blah. I kind of was wondering why Dorothy didn't say shit. So, I mean, I guess maybe Dorothy was the killer, but I kind of thought it was just a big old plot hole that she didn't say anything. Because it's not like he taped her mouth or anything before putting the mask on her. He couldn't have done that, because if he took the mask off and she had her mouth taped, it'd be like, well, no, she's not the killer. She'd Kate would immediately know. So I don't know. I kind of took it as another thing I don't like, to be honest with you. So I guess, maybe he set her up and she was a killer and they worked together. That would make more sense, I guess.
Plus, I was thinking she was the one who killed Campbell in the basement, because she made him go down there too.
Yeah, although she complains the whole party about how he's not there yet.
But maybe that's a cover, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
And here's the big reason why I think they were in cahoots. At the end, Dorothy is with Kate and they're walking, and Dorothy says something to Kate like, well, how do you know it isn't Adam?
Could be him, you know.
Come on, Dorothy.
No. Don't come on, Dorothy, me. Why the hell not?
And kind of makes reference to like, yeah, it is Adam. And I thought that was very telling. Jill, what did you think?
Yeah, I never thought about that before, but I think you're onto something, because that would make sense. Because why would she be wearing the costume? You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that would be very clever. And I think that would tie into every death and how it's related back to that moment at the dance. So yeah, I like that interpretation, and I'm going to adopt it. And then we can adapt it.
It also, she has this weird emotional outburst too when she's hanging out with Kate while they're going, oh, the killer might be here.
Oh, come on, Kate. You've always been the popular one, and Shelley was always the brainy one, and Lily was the fun one, and Paige was the sexy one, and I was the big, fat one.
And then leaves, and I was like, what the fuck is that? In the middle of this thing where they think there's somebody out to get... So it makes sense that she found like an excuse to leave her side by just all suddenly acting like a psycho out of nowhere towards her friend. Like, I was just the fat one. And I'm like, okay.
That's a good point. Yeah,
that whole
would
speech, you know?
That would tie into like her own villain story too, of like why she hates her friends. Yeah.
We don't see anything on screen showing that they were like ever bad to her. Like they've only ever been supportive to her. So I thought her outbursts were kind of like inappropriate, I guess, based on like, I don't know. I just don't see what her issue is besides the fact that she's alone and she doesn't want to be alone.
Her issue is that she's kind of stupid.
That's an issue with a lot of these characters, that they're stupid. Like, you know, they have the funny scene there where the detective's like, wait a minute, you guys got cards signed JM.
You both received threatening notes signed JM, and after I tell you I'm looking for Jason Marquette, you don't think to mention it? I thought it was a joke. Okay.
And I told you I was looking for a killer,
Jason something,
Marquette or something like that. He's like,
Jason Marquette, that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't think to call me.
They get these threatening Valentines and then do nothing. Like the cop has to show up to them. And I know he calls it out, but it doesn't make it any less stupid.
I mean, that's the other thing I think that this movie is missing for me, is the sense of impending doom or impending danger. Like they don't seem like they have that.
It's like
gravitas,
they don't care. I don't.
Yeah, right.
And
like
Kate rinses off her hair in the toilet in the middle of all this.
That's another thing I remember from this movie.
Just leave the shampoo in there, you idiot.
I was almost in this situation like a couple of weeks ago, last week. Our water got turned off because the neighbors had a leak or something, and I was getting ready for work, and I almost had that situation happen. I was like, I'm not going to Valentine it right now.
No, never. Just leave it in your hair. Find like a public bathroom to use a sink or something. Anything other than that. She looks at it like, I guess this is what I have to do. And it's like, no, you don't. You don't have to do that.
I would probably do that if I had no other choice. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
I have a clean toilet.
These girls, they got more important things to worry about than Killer Cupid going around. You know?
What? They don't worry about anything except, sorry.
Men.
Yeah.
They just want dates.
That's their whole personality. All of them is that they want dates.
I think that's why I like this so much as like a preteen or however old I was, because I was also like boy hungry at that age.
Yeah, they act like boy hungry middle schoolers. So I guess that makes sense for a middle school girl, right?
But also, my other point about this movie is that I think it's also very aligned with the like rom-coms or chick flicks of the time, and I think that's like why I liked it so much, because I love a good chick flick and I love horror, so I feel like this movie marries these two things together, and I like what it produced.
Yeah, I listen again, like I think there's a lot of good, I think there's a lot of bad. I really like this ending because I think it does leave it a little question there, and it's like a Carpenter ending a little bit too, in the sense of like things aren't resolved here, you know, like now we know, and they never did one. Yeah, they never did one.
Keep it pristine.
This one shouldn't be touched.
Fuck no.
Oh my goodness. Is there anything else you want to talk about? You want to talk about Dave trying on Lily's or Kate's, or wait, no, that's Gary trying on Kate's underwear.
I mean, that is where I figured out that the killer was Adam, because Kate just told Adam that she thinks he's stealing her underwear.
And yesterday I noticed that my underwear was missing.
Oh yeah, don't worry about that. That was me.
And then all of a sudden he's getting an iron to the face. It's like, well, there you have it. You know,
he's considerate.
I hate to say it, but I thought they were really setting up Paige to be the killer.
Me too. Me too. I kind of thought it was Adam and Paige all the way up until Paige died.
Yeah.
Because Lily, she dies. The cop is like, well, where's the other one? And she's like, oh, she's in LA. And I'm sitting there like, I don't remember anybody saying anything about her being out of town. Is she lying?
No, she said she had a flight the next morning when
Did
she was
she
on
say
her
that?
like date or something. Yeah.
I have an early flight tomorrow. I don't have to deal with this.
Okay, so that's on me that I thought that page was
Pay
gonna be
attention
the
to the
killer.
fine details of Valentine 2001.
The plot you need to pay attention to. When she went upstairs with that guy at the party too, and he's like, I got a surprise for you.
What's upstairs?
Something I want to show you. It's a surprise.
You brought me up here to show me your penis.
I felt like it was a fake out where they were trying to be like, yeah, this guy's going to be the killer, but then they're going to turn the page. Get what I did there? And she was going to be the killer. But all she did was pour wax on his dick.
Still want me to wax it?
Yes, I do.
I do have to wonder in that scene, though. Let me know if I'm out of line here. When he told her that he wanted to go upstairs and that he had a surprise for her, was she expecting it to be something other than his dick?
Yes, because if I heard a surprise, I think something romantic, something nice, a surprise, not just a fucking dick.
But
she
here's the
doesn't
thing.
know this guy.
She doesn't know this guy. Neither does Dorothy. This isn't his house.
What
What would he do?
Surprise to be a dick. I'm sorry, nobody wants that. Not when you say the word surprise.
Surprise.
I want a good surprise.
He must have been well hung too. He was proud of himself.
He was very proud of it. I don't know. She didn't look too impressed, though. Yeah, she was just like, excuse me?
Well, she's also been with Charlie Sheen, and he's got like a monster dong.
No.
So whatever.
I didn't know that.
Interesting.
Like Willem Dafoe?
He has a big dick?
Yeah.
Big Dick Dafoe.
According to Lars Van Trier, there's some full frontal nudity in the movie Antichrist. Willem Dafoe wanted to do it himself. And Lars Van Trier's like, no, we need to bring in a body double because your dick is too big. It'll confuse the audience.
Whoa. Imagine. Good to know.
He just got hotter.
It's not the only lighthouse I see.
Oh.
I don't know.
That was actually his dick in the movie.
Yeah. That was all a metaphor, actually. Don't kill a
For Willem
seagull.
Dafoe's dick.
Anything else you want to talk about besides dicks?
No, sir.
It always comes back to dicks, doesn't it?
Yeah, eventually.
It's time for Quarter Kill. We're going to give you our favorite quote of the movie, or our favorite kill of the movie, or both. Nathan, start us off.
Yeah, I didn't end up writing down a quote. My favorite kill, we've already talked about it at length. It is the hot tub kill. I thought I had a lot of fun with that. A runner-up is the shower kill, where the glass shower breaks and he pushes her. It was because it was like finally some gore here. It felt a little bit more mean-spirited than the other kills. There was more going on with it. It was slow and more brutal. And everybody hated that character, despite the fact that her only crime was being fucked over by the same guy that was fucking over Dorothy.
She also had to die because her partner was Angel there, so Angel had to make her pay. Or that was Dorothy herself.
I was just thinking that with that new lens of them being in cahoots.
I do like that lens. It's a good theory because I was just going, yeah, this is dumb. That makes it less dumb. That theory.
That's smart.
Yeah.
That's what
Clever.
I think.
So Jill, quote or kill?
My kill is the same as yours. I just love everything about the hot tub kill. It just keeps getting more dire as it goes on. But my favorite quote is from Kate.
Okay, fine. He's no angel, but he's not a murderer.
But he's no killer. Talking about David Boreanaz, who plays Angel. I don't know how to say his fucking name. Is that how you say
Neither
it?
do I.
I was going to call him Borealis. Isn't that
Whatever.
the Northern Lights?
He's Angel. He's Angel. And
He is Angel, yeah.
he is such a stud. What about you, Kevin?
Yeah, he is a stud. I agree with you. I'm hopping in the hot tub with all of you because that's my death as well. My quote is actually the one that you talked about earlier, and it's from the card.
Roses are red, violets are blue. They'll need dental records to identify you.
They'll need dental records to identify you. Like I just love those puns. Very My Bloody Valentine-esque. So
Yep.
I like that a lot. We're on to our letterbox rating. We're gonna rate this movie from 1 to 5 stars. 5 is Denise Richards in a bikini. One is Gary and Kate's underwear. You know, I'm going to go first. I'm going to give this movie 3 stars. Kind of like my thoughts on this are very much in the middle. I know 3 is a little bit over the middle, but I think this movie does enough good to say that I would recommend it. I think this is not one of the worst slashers I've seen. I think this is very middle of the road.
Not.
Yeah.
That's high praise.
Yeah. No, I think this movie has some fun to it. Like we talked about, the killer's awesome. The Valentine's Day concept is really cool. And like Jill said, there's a lot of good theming in this. So I appreciate that. I think some of the kills are really good, like we've talked about. I think I wanted more out of the characters. They were a little tough. Nobody really to root for. I don't know. There was like aggravating points because it was like, if you just did this or this, it could have been that much better. Like, yeah, slashers are very formulaic. This is a formula as well, especially with the mystery. But I just don't think it executes on all of the formula. Like, it doesn't give you the big kills. You know, it doesn't. The mystery is a little all over. But it does some things good with the slasher formula because it gives you the really good opening, gets you hooked in. And to me, it gives you a really good ending that leaves things open and questioning what happened. And that's cool to talk about because I think this one is a really good one to discuss and review because I think we all kind of see things a little bit differently on it. So that's good. It like provoked discussion at least. Nathan, how about you?
I think I'm going to give this one 2 stars. It's not unwatchable by any means. That being said, I don't think I'm ever going to choose to watch it again. I found myself quite bored a lot. Really wasn't much of anything to latch on to for me. 2 stars for the art installation, the opening scene, and the wax on the dick. And the hot tub. Those 4 things does not a movie make for me. Jill.
Yeah, I'm going to give this one 4 stars because I don't know what happens to me when I watch this. I guess I just like turn my brain off and I don't really care about the logistics or anything like that. It's just kind of like one of those prominent memories for me when it comes to horror movies. And I'm a early 2000s horror girly. I love all of the movies that came out and they're bad, but I like that. I like that they're cheesy. I like that they're in this like period of time before you have technology interfering with your simple slasher. I do wish there was more gore. I love the gimmick. I think they could go further with the gimmick and the cards. Yeah, I guess the characters didn't really have much depth to them. I kind of equate it to that like chick flick scenario for me.
Yeah.
It's like those kind of characters, and I like the kind of banter they have and like the moments of them just like sitting in their apartments and stuff like that. Yeah, it's 4 stars for me. I think I should watch it more, put it in rotation every couple of years, watch it during Valentine's Day because I love holiday horror and I know Kevin does too. We need more of these.
Yeah, for sure. And I think like this is a good one to put in there with, you know, your Valentine's Day slashers because there's not many of them, right? And
yeah, Hard Eyes we didn't talk about, but that's a new one.
And I think if you like the rom-com idea, Hard Eyes is for me the one that nails it as far as like a mix between rom-com and slasher. Like it, you know, it's a full blend together. I mean, like I said, I do recommend Valentine. If you haven't seen it, give it a watch because like there are some good things. And like Nathan said, it's not unwatchable. Like you're not going to be like, this isn't the Bunny Man Massacre.
Oh boy.
Not unwatchable is not a recommendation though. You're taking it a step further than I would, but
yeah, no, I think like Jill said too, though, like if you grew up with these movies, like this is your jam. Like this is cool and good for you. Like that's awesome because like I think these movies should be talked about more and stuff because they are getting older. This one's 25 years old.
Oh, boy.
Jesus Christ.
Before we end the episode, we want to let you know what we've been up to. For me, this past week, I saw David Cronenberg's The Fly for the first time ever. So
oh, shit.
That was really cool. We watched it for the Mouths of Madness, and I really liked it. I thought it was really good. I've heard about The Fly for years. It's always been on my list. So it was really cool to actually be able to see it and see what everyone's talking about. And I know it's one of Nathan's favorite movies, right?
Yeah.
Of all time.
It is. Yeah. It's my favorite Cronenberg. I think it's the best hot body horror ever made. And it is a beautiful and soul crushing tragic romance. It's funny. It's almost not even, it's like a tragic romance drama with like a horror veneer on top, really.
Right.
Boy meets girl, boy and girl fall in love, boy gets sick, right? Yeah. And the whole sci-fi thing is just how he gets sick. And it's very Cronenberg.
Yeah, it's effects. I mean, I know like a lot of people, especially horror fans, have seen pictures of the transformation scenes of The Fly, but like when you actually watch it and you think about like this is 1986. What this must have looked like for people in the theaters watching it, like holy shit, like there must have been people getting like physically ill because like the transformation
almost
stuff,
definitely.
It's crazy.
I watched it behind the scenes that's on the Blu-ray, and the puppetry stuff they do at the end for the creature is incredible. It's just really cool stuff.
This effects is like top tier stuff. It's funny because like you see a movie like The Substance and you appreciate that for what it is now, for sure. It's amazing. Sure. But then you look at The Fly and to me it holds up with The Substance, and that was 40 years ago. It looks
almost as good. Yeah. It's incredible.
And I got to put Jeff Goldblum over because I think Jeff Goldblum gets a lot of crap sometimes for being Jeff Goldblum. Like he acts who he is, same with Nicolas Cage a little bit because they're eccentric people. Right. But to me, this might be Jeff Goldblum's best movie. Like, and I know he's great in Jurassic Park. Don't come at me. I agree. But
I know I'm with you. I agree with you on that.
So. I just think his range in this is so good. And, he pulls off the really heartfelt scenes, and he pulls off being charismatic and who he is, because that's who he is. And I hate to say this, but he pulls off the Fly stuff good too, like the nuances.
Oh my God, he's so good with the twitching.
He's kind of like a fly.
And it's funny because I feel like there was a time and place where they were trying to push him as like a male sex symbol. And for a while, it fucking worked.
I'll tell you what.
Him getting naked and going in the pod. And then like him with his shirt off in Jurassic Park is like, he's this eccentric, weird looking a little bit guy. But they keep taking his shirt off and showing it to the ladies in all these movies. And it's like, something funny about that to me.
They're trying to make him a sex symbol, whether you want to or not.
I think it worked.
I agree.
I think when he puts the glasses on too in Jurassic Park, it's like, oh man, now he's a scientist. Like,
hell yeah. That's even sexier. No, for real.
Yeah.
Fuck. Well, listen, if you haven't seen The Fly, I really recommend going out and seeing it because it is really, really good. And like Nathan said, it's a great story, and like horror is kind of the backdrop. I think it's just worth seeing. I give it 4 stars on my Letterboxd.
Okay, I see.
It's a 5-star movie, but
he can be wrong.
Yeah.
I am a lot.
Last week, I talked about this book, Mayfly.
Yes.
And I finished it. I could not put it down when I was reading it, and I could not stop thinking about this book. It's incredible.
You texted us about it too. You were like,
yeah,
gotta read this.
Yeah. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil it, and I'm gaining haters from spoiling things. So
well, you do have an editor to save you on this show.
Thank you. On this show, you got my back, right?
Nathan will turn them into a thumb too if they get out of
it. So it's set in Hollywood. The main character is from like old Hollywood money, like her grandma's an actress, and she works at Disneyland, just like making it day to day. She's like super weird, and I just love a good downfall of somebody. I love a good going crazy, risking it all. I love a good serial killer villain. This is so good. It's disgusting. It's great. If you're into horror and you want a nice juicy book, like this is the one read it. That is all for that. And then for movies,
you know what too? I'm gonna recommend that to Logan because he's been looking for something to read lately. So.
Ooh, get him to read this one. I found this one at Barnes and Noble, but it's the only time that I saw it there. Every time I go there, it's not there. But if you have a good like independent bookstore around you, they'll probably have a copy of it, or just order online, whatever. But it's worth it. And it's a pretty book to like put on your bookshelf if you're sicko like me.
I do like the cover.
Yeah, me too. We're all
It's
sickos.
good. It's really good.
Yeah.
And then I went to the theater and I watched the new 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. I recorded an episode of Now Slaying with Colton and Rowan, and that should be out this week. So if you want to hear my in-depth thoughts to that, you can go listen to it. We did the trailer together on this podcast. And I got to say, I thought the first one was really good. I gave it 5 stars on Letterboxd. I went to go see it in theater twice. I rewatched it the day that I went to go see the new one. It still hits every time, but the new one is better. So it's still a 5 stars. The tone is very different. It's disturbing. It's disgusting. It's less zombies, more post like apocalypse sort of deal.
More human drama,
but you have the 2 best performances from Ralph Fiennes and from Jack O'Connell. And they have like the craziest, charismatic, enigmatic personas and characters, and you kind of have them battling against each other. But yeah, I would say even if you didn't like the first 28 Years Later, I would still go see this one because tonally it is so different. But it's weird. It's a trust the process movie. You're going to be wondering what the hell you're watching at times. And there's a scene, I'm not going to spoil it, but I feel like it's going to be on the internet everywhere once this gets like enough attention that everyone is just going to like remember and talk about for years to come. So I think it was really great. I think if you can get in a theater and watch it, it's a theater type of movie.
Does it have that super wide aspect ratio that the first one has? Because the first one was like so wide. It was crazy. Like half my TV was black box.
I don't know, because I didn't really notice that in the first one.
Oh,
but probably. Okay. And also I've been watching these in like theaters too. So like it's,
right,
I guess, hard to judge maybe ish. I don't know. I also took like a 20 milligram gummy before I went into this movie. So
that helps.
I was, I was vibing. It's that kind of movie. And then the other thing I watched, which was horrible, was the new Jurassic World Rebirth. I give it 1.5 stars.
Did I give it 1.5 stars?
What did you give it? Let me go see.
Sure.
I think
you gave it 2 stars.
Oh.
I gave it 2 stars.
You were nicer than me.
Yeah. No, I understand 1.5 though. That movie was trash.
It's awful, dude. And I watched this right after rewatching the first episode of Twin Peaks. I put this on right after. Not a move. Don't recommend. Awful, dude.
Just
stop making them.
Just trash.
Just trash.
Pure trash.
Put it in the dumpster, like Lily's body.
Tyrannosaurus Rexes shouldn't be able to sneak up on you because they're really heavy and their footsteps are really loud.
So formulaic of a Jurassic Park movie, but it didn't work.
Right.
Like I'm tired of it. I'm tired of this shit. It didn't look good. I was not interested.
Maybe Scarlett Johansson's worst performance in any movie she's ever made. Yeah.
Yeah. She
awful.
couldn't even help this at all. I didn't like her character either.
I swear to God, she didn't care when she was making that movie.
She's just collecting a check.
Yeah, exactly. So bad.
It's rough, man, because like, you know, we love Jurassic Park.
And I love ScarJo too. I really love Scarlett Johansson.
Just was not it.
No, not at all.
What have you been up to, Nathan?
So speaking of the first episode of Twin Peaks, I got the Twin Peaks Z2A collection for Christmas. Nice. This collection has the first 2 seasons, Fire Walk with Me, and season 3. So now I own 2 copies of Fire Walk with Me, which is fun. So it's all on Blu-ray, except there's one 4K disc. So I have watched the contents of the 4K disc. It has the pilot, the first episode, as well as the alternate international pilot. And the alternate international pilot was something they made just in case the pilot failed and it didn't turn into a season.
Oh.
So it has an ending like a movie, basically. A lot of people don't know this, but that's how Mulholland Drive, the movie, got made. It was originally a pilot. The pilot didn't get picked up. David Lynch made a movie out of it. He added an ending and he added about an hour and a half worth of material, which is why Mulholland Drive is like 3 hours long. Anyway, so this basically the international pilot is the Mulholland Drive treatment of the Twin Peaks pilot. The first hour and a half is amazing because it is the pilot to Twin Peaks. Everything after that is rushed and not good. I watched it out of curiosity. I don't think you really need to watch it at all. Basically, like the pilot part of it ends, and then a couple of people get phone calls. The vision that Sarah Palmer has of Bob near the end of the pilot, turns out that that wasn't a vision at all. He was just actually in Laura's room, and she just failed to mention it to the police for the entire first hour and a half of the episode somehow. And then they just find Bob in a basement. So it really is just like David Lynch was like, hi, you want me to add an ending in case it doesn't get picked up? Fuck it. Here it is. And, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. I rated it 3 stars on Letterboxd because the first hour and a half is the pilot of the show. It's great.
Damn.
So just stick with the actual pilot and keep watching the show. You don't need to mess with any of that. And then the other thing on the 4K disc is season 3, episode 8, which sounds random, but trust me, it's not. It's very much not. And I watched that and I realized that you could probably kind of watch that on its own as a movie if you just sort of forget that these are characters from the TV show and act like things that they're talking about are mysteries. It is one of the creepiest, scariest things that has ever aired on television. If you ask me, it's very surreal. You end up going back in time.
Freaking me out, dude. I haven't seen season 3.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's the
I'm
best
rewatching
thing David Lynch has ever done.
The whole series right now, so I'll let you know.
Yeah. It's 18 episodes long. It's like his magnum opus. It's 18 hours of just premium David Lynch directed stuff. The Woodsman are the scariest things. Oh my God. He's got this whole speech. This is the water. This is the well. Drink deeply and descend. The horse is the white of the eye and the dark within. It's like, I don't know what that means, but I'm scared as fuck.
Goosebumps.
I've got that episode on 4K, and I love it. And then I did start rewatching the series as a whole as well. I'm on episode 3 at this point. So,
nice.
You guys are buddies.
I'm enjoying that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are you at on that, Jill? You still just
I only
watch the pilot?
I watched that, and then I watched Jurassic World Rebirth.
Should have just watched the next episode of Twin Peaks instead.
I should have. I think I put it on because we had 3 new Blu-rays. It was Shin Godzilla, and it was the animated new Lord of the Rings movie that came out a couple years ago. And I wanted to do a craft, so I wanted to be able to not pay attention. So I was like, right. Jurassic World is fine, and it was painful to watch. So I should have never have done that. But now I know it's shit.
That movie shouldn't have been made. My
Abomination.
God, it's so bad.
To be fair, it's not as bad as the one that came before it.
I think I like that one better.
Did you?
I think I gave it a higher score. Yep.
Maybe. I didn't like it, but
I'm just tired of this.
We really didn't need anything past the first one at the end of the day.
No. You mean Jurassic World or Jurassic Park?
Jurassic Park. We only needed one movie, really.
But I liked
the second one is okay.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. The third one is also an abomination. So, and then first Jurassic World is kind of acceptable.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It was good.
It's not bad. It's not good either, but it's not bad.
It was the closest thing we've gotten to the original, but revamped, I guess, It's
like bringing a new audience into...
It made me excited at the time. When they started remaking Star Wars stuff, I was with the new trilogy. But yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, I watched My Neighbor Totoro, Spirited Away, and Princess Mononoke. I don't need to go into that, really. If you don't know Studio Ghibli movies, those are 3 good ones to start off with.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Kevin.
You're forgetting the best one, but it's fine.
I'm forgetting the best one?
Uh-huh.
What's the best one?
Howl's Moving Castle, of course.
All 3 of the ones I mentioned are better than that one.
Oh, hell no, you didn't. Oh, hell no.
I like Howl's Moving Castle, but
yeah,
I don't like him nearly as much as I like the 3 I just mentioned.
Christian Bale as like a dark, brooding
He's in
god.
Ponyo, too. And Ponyo's pretty good.
Ponyo's good, but
yeah,
he's not sexy in Ponyo.
No.
I like the full circle of this episode. You guys butting heads again.
Yeah, we love each other at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Well, that does it for our episode on Valentine. But we'll be back soon with another episode, and we're going to be reviewing Nathan's pick, House. I've not seen it before.
What the hell?
It scared the hell out of me.
I like that you push a button to do that.
Who's this guy?
It's David Lynch.
Oh, man.
Yeah, House. That movie is bananas.
I'm excited. But until then, yeah, I want you to wax it. No, back to the padded room.